says, Moreover, Josiah kept the Passover unto the Lord in Jerusalem, and they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the first month. And he set the priests in their charges, and encouraged them to the service of the house of the Lord, and said unto the Levites that taught all Israel, which were holy unto the Lord, Put the holy ark in the house which Solomon the son of David, king of Israel, did build. It shall not be a burden upon your shoulders. Serve now the Lord your God and his people Israel. Now we're going to skip down to verse 17. And the children of Israel that were present kept the Passover at that time, and the feast of unleavened bread 7 days. And there was no Passover like that kept in Israel from the days of Samuel the prophet. Neither did all the kings of Israel keep such a Passover as Josiah kept, and the priests and the Levites, and all Judah and Israel that were present, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. In the 18th year of the reign of Josiah was this Passover kept. So here we go again. Another Passover held by another great king of Judah, with inhabitants from the northern kingdom, celebrating the Passover. And the time frame for this Passover, according to the Bible timeline, was 621 BC. So this is 100 years after the Assyrians besieged Samaria. And you still have a representation of the northern kingdom in the land. So let's go a little bit further in the history. We're going to the Smith Bible Dictionary, and we're going to get an excerpt under the definition of Nebuchadnezzar. So we're going to get the more highlighted part. And it says, Nebuchadnezzar returned to the capital, accompanied only by his light troops, and crossing the desert, probably by way of Tadmor or Palmyra, reached Babylon before any disturbance had arisen, entered peaceably on his kingdom, 604 BC. So it's showing you right here that Nebuchadnezzar became king of Babylon in 604 BC. So let's get some more history. The second highlighted portion. Ere this happened, Jerusalem had been totally destroyed. Nebuchadnezzar had commenced the final siege of Jerusalem in the 9th year of Zedekiah, his own 17th year, BC 588, and took it 2 years later in BC 586. So here we have it. We have 604, Nebuchadnezzar becomes king of Babylon. 586, he takes Jerusalem. So we're going to get some history during the reign of Nebuchadnezzar before Jerusalem fell. So we're going to go to the KJV Apocrypha, the book of Judith. We're going to get some more times and dates. So it says, in the 12th year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, who reigned in Nineveh, the great city, in the days of Arxipad, which reigned over the Medes and Ecbatane. So this says the 12th year. So now we're going to move forward to Judith chapter 2 and 1. And in the 18th year, the 22nd day of the first month, there was talk in the house of Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Assyrians, that he should, as he said, avenge himself on all the earth. So it says the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. So the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign was 587 BC. So this is the time frame of the story of Judith. So let's get some more information on Judith. Just giving you a time frame of what was going on in the land of Israel at this time. So we're going to go to Judith chapter 4 verse 1. Now the children of Israel that dwelt in Judea heard all that Holofernes, the chief captain of Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Assyrians, had done to the nations, and after what manner he had spoiled all their temples and brought them to naught. Therefore they were exceedingly afraid of him, and were troubled for Jerusalem and for the temple of the Lord their God. For they were newly returned from the captivity, and all the people of Judea were lately gathered together, and the vessels, and the altar, and the house were sanctified after the profanation. So it's showing you right here the children of Israel that dwelt in Judea, the children of Israel. So that's the Sumerians, the northern kingdom, dwelling in the land of Judah. And it says right here, they were newly returned from the captivity. Which captivity? The Assyrian captivity. Because shortly after this happened, 587 BC, the year later, Jerusalem was taken down by the Babylonians. So let's get some understanding on Judith, who Judith was. So we're going to Judith 8 and 1. It says, Now at that time Judith heard thereof, which was the daughter of Meriah, the son of Ox, the son of Joseph, the son of Oziel, the son of Elsiah, the son of Ananias, the son of Gideon, the son of Raphaim, the son of Achido, the son of Eliu, the son of Eliab, the son of Nathaniel, the son of Samael, the son of Salasadai, the son of Israel. So this is Judith's lineage. So it takes her all the way back to Jacob. So who is Salasadai? We'll show you in the next few verses, in the next chapter over, that Salasadai is a perversion of the name of Jacob's son Simeon. So let's go to Judith chapter 9 verse 1. And it says, Then Judith fell upon her face, and put ashes upon her head, and uncovered the sackcloth wherewith she was clothed. And about the time that the incense of that evening was offered in Jerusalem in the house of the Lord, Judith cried with a loud voice and said, verse 2, O Lord God of my father Simeon, to whom thou gavest a sword to take vengeance of the strangers, who loosened the girdle of a maid to defile her, and discovered to die to her shame, and polluted her virginity to her reproach, for that thou saidst it shall not be so, and yet they did so. So Judith is a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Simeon, living in Judea, in Jerusalem. So it's showing you again, 587 BC, that the northern kingdom still had a presence in Israel. So let's move a little bit further. So we covered the Assyrian captivity, the Babylonian captivity. Now we're going to go into the Medo-Persian captivity. We're going to go to the Smith Bible Dictionary and get an excerpt under the definition of Ezra. Ezra, called Esdras in the Apocrypha, the famous scribe and priest. He was a learned and pious priest residing at Babylon in the time of Artaxerxes Longomanus. The origin of his influence with the king does not appear, but in the 7th year of his reign, he obtained leave to go to Jerusalem and should take with him a company of Israelites. 457 BC. So this is 457 BC. So this is quite some time after the siege of Assyria. So let's see. He went down to Jerusalem. So let's see who went with him, a company of Israelites. So we're going to go to Ezra 2 and 28. It says the men of Bethel and Ai, 220 and 3. So the men of Bethel and Ai. And it comes again in the book of Nehemiah. And for you true Bible scholars, Ezra and Nehemiah used to be one book. So Nehemiah 7 and 32. The men of Bethel and Ai, 123. So nearly a direct precept, with despite the differences of the numbers. So we're going to see where Bethel and Ai are. So let's go to the BDB concordance for Bethel. Hebrew word 1008. Bethel, house of God, ancient place and seat of worship in Ephraim on border of Benjamin, identified with Luz. 2. A place in south country of Judah, not far from Beersheba in Ziklag. So it gives you two definitions. One is a worship seat in Ephraim, and one is in Judah. So let's go to Ai. Ai. Hebrew word 5857. Hebrew ruins. A city lying east of Bethel and beside Bethaven near Jericho, and a second city, taken on the invasion of Canaan. 2. A city of the Ammonites on the east of the Jordan, apparently attached to Heshbon. So this also gives you two definitions. So now we can refer to a biblical map to actually see where Bethel and Ai are. Let's go to the map. And bam, there it is. Right there, there's Ai right next to Jericho. So that was the first definition. It's also near Heshbon as well. So then you see Bethel right next to it. And you see it's in the landmass of Israel. And if we had a more ancient map, before the fall of Solomon, these two cities will both be in the landmass of Ephraim. So you have Northern Kingdom Israelites going down to Jerusalem with Ezra to rebuild the temple. So once again, it's showing you that a remnant of the Northern Kingdom still in the land of Israel. Two captivities after the Assyrian captivity. So let's go into it. Let's go to Ezra 6 and 15. And it says, And this house was finished on the 3rd day of the month Adar, which was in the 6th year of the reign of Darius the king. Verse 16. And the children of Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the rest of the children of the captivity, kept the dedication of this house of God with joy, and offered at the dedication of this house of God 100 bullocks, 200 rams, 400 lambs, and for a sin offering for all Israel, 12 he-goats, according to the number of the tribes of Israel. So it's showing you right here that the number of the tribes of Israel were 12. It was an atonement for all 12 tribes of Israel. So guess what? Once again, there had to be representation of all 12 tribes of Israel for this dedication to take place. So let's get a reference scripture to show you, how, they numbered the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm just going to go to real briefly to 1 Kings, the 18th chapter, verse 31. And it says, And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord, and he made a trench about the altar, as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. So just like the 12 he-goats, you have 12 stones according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob. So there it is once again. Representation of all 12 tribes of Israel. So let's go back to Ezra 6 and we're going to finish it out. We're going to read 18 to 21 of chapter 6. And they set the priests in their divisions and the Levites in their courses for the service of God, which is at Jerusalem, as it is written in the book of Moses. And the children of captivity kept the Passover upon the 14th day of the first month. For the priests and the Levites were purified together. All of them were pure, and kept the Passover for all the children of captivity, and for their brethren the priests, and for themselves. And the children of Israel, which were come again out of captivity, and all such as had separated themselves unto them from the filthiness of the heathen of the land, to seek the Lord their God of Israel, did eat. So it says the children of Israel, which will come again out of captivity. So it's saying you that, guess what? The children of Israel, the northern kingdom, come again out of captivity. So they went through the Assyrian captivity. They went through the Babylonian captivity and also the Medo-Persian captivity. Do we understand that? I hope so. So let's move a little bit forward in history during crisis time. So we're going to go to the book of St. Luke, chapter 2, verse 36. And there was one Anna, a prophetess, the daughter of Phanuel, of the tribe of Asher. She was of a great age, and had lived with an husband 7 years from her virginity. And the time frame they give of Christ's birth is 5 BC, according to the Bible timeline. So it says, Anna the prophetess, of the tribe of Asher. So you have the tribe of Asher, which is representing the northern kingdom. In the temple, man. So it's showing you again, hey, northern kingdom in the land of Israel. So let's get some more history. We're going to move forward into history.